Robert? I know you've been waiting all day to get your birthday present. But first, let me tell you a story.
Tell you a story.
Think of the coldest day you can imagine, when the snow is up to your waist and the sun refuses to show its face. Such was the everlasting winter that for 3 years had swallowed the village, and the cold penetrated even the sturdiest houses. Löyly was a stubborn and daring child who was usually daydreaming about legends her father told about their home and the magic creatures that lived there. She felt it was a magical place, and despite the lack of sunlight and the harshness of those years, Löyly, unlike her elders, hadn't lost hope. One night, desperate for their situation to improve, the heads of each family gathered in assembly to decide what would become of their future. Many opinions were shared, but eventually every adult agreed to a final decision. They would leave their home and head to southern lands. And then, when Löyly thought nothing could stop their plan, an idea suddenly came up to her mind. Over the next few days, she went to the glacier looking for the gnomes who lived under the stones. But after several days of searching, she changed her strategy. She tried to make them believe that she would steal their home, but they still didn't respond. Then she turned to the fairies. They love to draw frost on the leaves of the trees, so she built them an ice palace in exchange for their help. She didn't expect the forest animals to take over and ruin it. Despite her many efforts, a question began to form in her mind. What if the magical creatures were just tales? The day they finally packed their belongings and started the journey, she had only one last thing left to try. The dragon that slept in the depths of the lake. So far, she hadn't even dared to think of it, because walking over the lake's ice was very dangerous. But it was her last chance. When Löyly woke up, there was no trace of the dragon, but the little girl had not forgotten his message. The dragon's fire! The gnome stones!
And the fairy frog!
Shortly after, Lolu improved her invention, and her father made a lakeside building they called sauna, where despite the winter, it was always warm. Therefore, her people could regain hope and stay safely in their homes. That's why the steam coming out of hot stones still bears her name, Lolu. And now your present. This necklace is to remind you that even if you grow up, you must trust your instincts. Sometimes the craziest ideas can change the world.